Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So today's game for you is a single game, not a whole match, but a single game that honestly was just like the absolute best I could hope for in a recording between me and my testing partner. Some people asked to see my latest version of Yellow Purple Security Control, so I went ahead and put that together to go ahead and film for you guys. And going against Commandramon, another heavily favored deck of the format, which can at times kind of overwhelm security control depending on your build. At the end, I'll go over my build and kind of just share with you my latest thoughts and how I'm going to move ahead with the deck, because after this, I did notice a few changes that I would like to make. But Commandramon is still a force to be reckoned with. It is the deck I'm actively playing the most right now, so seeing it from the other side is always a nice change of pace as well, just to play against it. Helps me learn as a player to grow as well. So hopefully this match gives you some good insight into both decks and kind of where you want to go with them. Don't forget, though, our new featured memory marker of the month is Poyomon here. So if you are a fan of, Hawkmon and Season 2 in general, this is a really great memory marker. You don't really see many Poyomons out there just being run in general. If it would focus, why do we always have this problem? But yeah, so this is handmade out of clay by my wife, hand painted as well. You can find this on our Etsy page, link in the description below. Also there, you can find all of our previous memory markers that we've featured on the channel, as well as some of our Battle Ready Inc. merch. Alright, so I do have this sped up because it was a very long recording and a couple things cut out, just a few pauses here and there. Starting it off with a Mimi to pass turn, pretty strong opening, very simple. You don't want to go too heavy too fast. Kicking it back over to them, we see the Izzy coming down, rearranging, see that solid all black list, so going to bring it back to 1. You got the Commandramon in the raising there. We do see a Upamon in hatching, and then immediately we have to go into the Magnangemon. Definitely not something you want to throw out super fast, but also you do want to get your Flame Hellscythe and stuff online. If you're going against Commandramon, you know absolutely this is a deck that will hit the gas and start swinging really, really rapidly. And if you have any Flame Hellscythe in security, you want to make them online as well. So getting a Magnangemon in play very quickly is very important. Do go into the Ophanimon first, though, to go ahead and try to at least get another Evo, get another recovery, just in case. And then passing the turn. Here we're seeing that Tankdramon coming down, playing out the new Sealsdramon, giving it rush with the Inheritable as well. Hitting into a Maycrack, got that jamming though. Commandramon swinging in, does not die, will get to top of security with a Chaos Degradation, that Tankdramon. Go ahead and get it out of the way so they can't start recycling back from the trash. In a grindy match, recycling back from trash is huge. So they're really going to enjoy that. So we're seeing that Hagirmon to pass turn to get an extra draw to ditching 2 of the Sealsdramon. And go ahead and swing with the Ophanimon. Go ahead and clear over that jamming Sealsdramon, because you don't want that to just keep nickeling and diming you every turn. And as a security control player, it's more important to just whittle your opponent down than anything else, and then start going for big damage. Don't go for big damage too soon when you need to control your opponent. We do see the 2 Karis in play, so activating those gives 2 memory, and then Schwartz getting hit in security, 3 Tamers, 3 pops of level 5 or lower, clears that field. Very, very nice. Good timing on that Schwartz getting hit in security right after the double Kari gets played. Very, very lucky for sure. So we're going to see a 2-drop Commandramon, and then playing the Pride. I always whiff on Pride. I don't know what it is, but I whiff so hard on that card constantly. And then passing turn with hard playing the on deletion Commandramon there. So kicking it back over to me here. Still no Salamon here to get some draw going. Go ahead and swing with the Ophanimon though. Might as well go ahead and get some checks in, especially since the Chaos Degradation kind of increased their security, and we know what it is anyway, so it's a safe bet we can swing with the Ophanimon, knowing that it's the Tankdramon set there from the Chaos Degradation. And then playing a Mimi here for 2, so getting a nice plethora of Tamers in play, and then going for the Holy Wave, suspend the 2 Mimis there to make it essentially a 4 play cost Holy Wave to recover. Just go ahead and keep the pressure off, I guess is a good way to put it. Keep your security high so they can't feel like they're getting a lot of pressure on you. Gonna go ahead and pop the Pride. Interesting. Goes up to 5 memory here. Ooh, gonna play out the Death X. Very interesting choice here. Digivolves. And then swings in. Whiffs on the Commandramon. Very odd choice to swing with the Commandramon at the Magna. I'm not really sure what their play was, except unless they were trying to intentionally fill up the trash. Swings in. We use the Kari's here to pass turn back to us now. Go ahead and swing with that Magna, because you know it's going to die at the end of the turn anyway, so might as well get a good check off of it, because that Death X, you know, doing Death X things. Probably don't even want to Digivolve on top of it, more than likely. Yeah, because even if you go Ophanimon, you're not going to have anything in trash to get to play off of it. And then pay the Mimi, and then just pass turn after that, getting our Magna Angemon deleted by that Death X. Very big bummer there. 3 Mimis in play, though, and 2 Karis. Not too bad there. Definitely opening up for some really solid turns in the future, assuming that, you know, there's not any major bricking happening. Still haven't seen any Salamons yet. And now we'll be in prime Salamon territory. Hits into another Chaos Degradation. Bottom security that Death X, which is definitely something that you do not want to have to turn, like face down turn after turn. So really nice getting rid of that. Also, with that many Tamers on board, though, makes their Death X's super easy to get in rotation. Thankfully, we don't really play anything that it's going to do too much against anyways. A Salamon right here would be really nice, being at that 3 security. You could swing and get the draw and the recovery potentially. Gonna Flame Hell Scythe here, bring that Magna Angemon back, and recover 1. You're gonna see the Tankdramon in raising area instead of promoting it. Very bold choice. Just gonna go Hagirmon here to pass turn, going digging deep into that deck over there, really rapidly. Like I said, that's probably why they left the Tankdramon in raising, to cycle back some trash back into their deck off of probably the new level 6 Darkdramon Evo. I'm gonna play a Kari here, and then just passing turn again, not overcommitting the hand. The hand looks very small. Is that like 1 card in hand, 1 or 2 cards? Not in a good position. Here we do see that Darkdramon coming down now. Essentially going to be a 0 Evo, and you'll get to swing twice with it. So probably want to swing over the Magna Angemon first. Go ahead and just clear it off the field, maybe, and then use the second swing to go into security, I would imagine. Would be like the play. Also, you're going to get that Tankdramon. So draw for Evo, and then you're going to swing and activate that Tankdramon effect, I would imagine. You could use the Kazu effect. Doesn't go for the Kazu here. Yeah, go for that free play of the Commandramon. Unsuspends the Darkdramon because of its effect here. Ooh, but hits into a Chaos Degradation. Ouch. Yeah, that's against security control. That's why you go for the easy plays first for that exact situation there. A bit of a bummer. Oof. And then hits into a Flame Hell Scythe with that Hagirmon. Going to play out the May Crack. Gets another Commandramon off the on deletion, naturally. And then plays out the May Crack off the Flame Hell Scythe and uses May Cracks on play then to ditch a yellow to then delete the on deletion, which then of course cycles into yet another Commandramon. But on the bright side, it does help whittle that deck down a good bit there. They are doing an insane amount of draws here. Got 2 bodies on field. That's not too bad for once. Still no Salamon. And here we go. Clear that field off a little bit. Security looking a little thin for us over here. Swing with the Magna Angemon. Just hits into a Pride. Keeping bodies on field for us is kind of nice. A Venusmon would be really handy probably right about now. Even another Ophanimon. Ooh, counting out options in trash. You know what that means. Yep, 1 on the opponent's side. So we got the Avenged Kidmon coming down. Going to go ahead and play for maybe 4. They only had the 1 Pride in trash there. And then go ahead and pop the high DP Commandramon. So the lesser one has the highest chance of dying. Makes sense. Got another body on field. I mean, definitely in a decent position here. Evoing into the Jamming Sealsdramon in the back there. We're still in a tight spot, though. Only 2 security on our side. We definitely need some recovery here soon. Going to go ahead and use that Evo. Going to go up into Tankdramon in raising again. Very interesting choice. Even has the Silsdramon this time. Like, very much could have waited till next turn, I think. Unless they got, like, some really bonkers plays coming in. Which, oh, we finally see the Salamon show up halfway through the deck here. Seeing our first copy. Ultimate Flare does absolutely nothing in this situation, which is always nice. Swinging with everything, where we finally see that Death X again. And, yeah, I mean, it feels like we're in a good spot, right? Got him down to 1 security. We've got 2 ourselves. Probably got a Darkdramon swinging twice next turn, though, which can be very scary, depending on what we have. Playing out another Mimi here. And then suspend 3 to play a Flame Hellscythe for 3. Kill the Commandramon. And only thing we got in trash, unfortunately, is the Maycrack. Nothing to delete there. Only 1 Magna Angemon in rotation so far in this long game, and we've only seen 1 Magna Angemon so far. That's a bummer. Like, very unfortunate for sure. Here we do see that Darkdramon, like we were saying. Good chance of swinging twice here on this turn, probably. Still very scary. Tankdramon can play out a Commandramon for free, and then the Steelsdramon can give it Rush. So, I mean, that is potential game. Even going for the Rush here. So, I mean, this is lethal on board. And then just clarifying, the Darkdramon there on play effect will delete the Maycrackmon, which is unsuspended. All right, and then choosing for the safer play this time around, going for the Avenged Kidmon to clear it off. There's enough on my side that I can go for lethal myself next turn, but if they clear the field, then they basically guarantee they can win on the following turn. So definitely makes sense there. Swings with the other Darkdramon there. I think we might have missed an unsuspend from that first Darkdramon. So Evoing there, swinging in here, hitting into the Fawny, which will pass the turn. So yeah, they're just setting up for the kill next turn. So now we have to do something. Hybrid for game here would be absolutely savage. So swing with the Salamon at security, hits into a Darkdramon, will draw 1 and then recover 1 for on deletion, and then boom, hybrid for game, right? That's what you expect to happen right here. As much drawing as we've done. Unfortunately, in this build, I cut the dang hybrid. So, no hybrid in the deck at this point, which is a big bummer. Here we're going to see the Death X coming down here for 2. Digivolve that field there. Clear 1 of the threats at least. And then playing 4 for the Schwartz here to delete the level 5. So, they've only got the 1 thing on field. So, we're back in a really good situation here, right? They're swinging in. Hits into a Holy Wave. We definitely needed that. We'll see the... ooh, ouch. Big bummer there. Lots of memory, though. Again, hybrid for game would have been great here. Hatch, we got a Salamon. Salamon would be great here. We are over halfway through the deck. Talking about the Kazu. Missed the Kazu trigger on the previous turn, so go ahead and move that memory down. And, feels so bad. Clearing the Darkdramon, though. Still debating that play, if it's a good idea or not. Unfortunately, the situation is I have no Digimon. I have 1 card in hand and no Digimon at all. So, like, for me to go for lethal here is, like, so far away. And their deck is getting super thin. They've thinned it out so much. And then just going for the blocker Commandramon. They're out of eggs in raising area. I mean, we've got tons of tamers. Pass turn. Ouch. Again, no Salamon. They're going to get their Kazu, give them 2 more memory. Like, I mean, we're really stretching it here. We've already, remember, we've put like 9 cards or something to the bottom already with our Avenged Kidmon. So that's why our deck is as big as it is still, but we've basically gone through half of that stack there is literally all we have left of Digimon deck. So there's 3 Salamons in there. Ouch. Crazy. Haven't seen any. We've only seen 1 Magna Angemon as well. I mean, lots of our stuff is there in the deck at that very last, like, what is that? Maybe 10, 15 cards on the top half of that. So swinging in with the Darkdramon there. So they stacked more back there. We do finally see where one of those Magnangemons are. Thankfully, we do have the Karis. So we got 3 cards in hand there. Ouch. So the 3 cards will pass it back to us. At least holding my opponent off. The bad part is they have an Izzy and 2 Kazus in play, so they're going to be at basically 5 memory every single turn. So Kari alone isn't enough to get us anywhere here. So big debates on what to do. We can't choke our opponent. We only have 1 security left. And we can pray that it's some sort of recovery. And we also have to pray that our opponent doesn't have another Darkdramon in hand. Here we're going to go for the 4 cost Schwartz just to clear 1 Commandramon to keep him off of having lethal. Just desperate plays here is what this feels like. Here they're going to go to a Commandramon. I feel like you should swing with Darkdramon. Yeah, go ahead and swing for it just to clear it, see what it is. Choosing whether or not to Kazu. They will Kazu, draw 2, trash 2, thinning that deck out even more, hitting into the Venus, and we finally see where one of her is at. And Kari's, again, just barely keeping us afloat. Play the Holy Wave for 4, passing it back to our opponent. Again, just barely keeping us floating here. A Tankdramon could take it right here, depending on what that... All right, there it is. Tankdramon. Oh, they got 3 cards left in deck. Trash the rest. Commandramon, he's got Rush. Oh, they're going for even more, like, trying to get that guaranteed play here. Okay, no, they want to put cards back on their security or back on their deck so they don't deck out. Very, very smart there. So they've put 15 plus cards, maybe 20 cards back. Here we finally see a memory setter, which very much needed. All right, so at this point we are down to the wire. Finally see a second Salamon. We're like 40 cards deep in our deck before we finally see a second Salamon. And then hard playing, finally draw into a second Magnangemon as well, and just hard playing the Magna, suspend the Kari, make it basically 6 play cost. All right, and it was nothing. The thing that could have saved us here, I think, is if we hit into a Schwartz. No, even the Darkdramon wouldn't have survived. So yeah, there's not really much we could have played in that situation, but super brutal. We both, filled our decks back up. Me with the Avenged Kidmon, and then they kept going back with the Darkdramons over and over. Absolutely insane game. That's why I was like, I'm not even gonna bother taking this to a full 3 games, just because this single game was so long, even sped up and cut down a little bit. Still really, really good. I love security control. I don't know I don't know what else to say about it. This deck is just like one of my favorites. You'll notice I did run the Megidramon here because we were running the Maycrackmons instead of the Angelmons, and it's been really great. Honestly, the Maycrack has been so much more impactful than the Angelmon has. Simply because we're just trying to delete stuff and just being able to hard drop this and delete stuff. Big at one of them is the new green rookie that they got this set that prevents you from playing Digimon by effects. It turns off our Flame Hellscythe. So if you're not familiar with that interaction, Flame Hellscythe, basically you'll minus the 6000 DP, then you play the Digimon. So Flame Hellscythe has to completely resolve all of its effects before its target gets deleted. So if you use Flame Hellscythe to delete that, I think it's Ponyomon or something. I can't remember. It's the green rookie from this set. From whatever the latest set is here. Is it EX3? Golly, I can't even remember. Yeah, EX3. So Flame Hellscythe has to completely resolve. Really, really awkward spot, or maybe it's BT10. Golly, I'm so bad. I'm so bad to YouTubers. And then so I did finally cave. So many of you guys recommended this, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot, simply because there's so much that has all this protection in this format, and just being able to place your opponent's Digimon in security is really great. We do the same thing for Chaos Degradation as well. The minus 12k is a bit of a pickle at times. It's often not enough. I'll just keep it at that. It's often not enough to do what I need it to do, which is clearing Death X and things like that. However, though, when you're at that sweet spot of 3 security, this card is stupid strong. Minus 12 and also put something in security is so good. So good. And it triggers in security, which I'm always a fan of, especially in a security control style deck. We got the Holy Waves in here, the Reinforce, of course. I bumped the Schwartz up to 4 because this card I think is a sleeper in this format. Schwartz is so good. One, yes, Commandramon is super strong in the EX3 format, and it can go super wide. And if you're playing all these Karis and Mimis, like this card gets insane value, like crazy value. However, it doesn't stop there. A lot of people overlook this, but against Metal Garurumon X, which is the other big deck this format. If you keep watching all these tournament results, it's everywhere, right? The Metal Garurumon X is everywhere in all these tournaments, just taking all of them like mad. And 3 of its swings per turn or per combo, whatever you want to call it, come from level 5s. They swing with the Were Garurumon twice, and then they go into the X antibody, which swings again, So that's 3 times that this card can get hit in security and pop that level 5. And because remember, they don't have they have battle protection. They don't have protection from effects, and this card just absolutely devastates them. So I've bumped it up to a 4 of. I did have it like at a 2 of, and then I went to a 3 of, and now I'm at a 4 of. I know it's crazy. I feel like I'm back in BT7 all over again, playing yellow-purple hybrid. But yeah, this card is just absolutely nuts in this format. Tons of great stuff. I get so much value out of this and so much mileage. 6 play cost, combine it with Mimi to make it stupid cheap. I can play this for 2 memory or 3 memory. Often I play it for 3 memory. So much. Love this card. Absolutely wonderful removal. If you're gonna play a security control style deck in this format, you need wide board removal, and yellow just doesn't really have any great options, literally and figuratively. Crimson Blaze is great, but red, I don't like the red package. It feels really awkward in this kind of build. I just don't like to go that route. If we're already having to play all these yellow-purple, might as well find a yellow or a purple option. And Schwartz, absolutely 100% the way to go. It's better than pretty much all those other wide board removals because we play so many cheap purple tamers that our tamer count just gets out of control anyway and makes Schwartz an absolute menace. Level 5 or lower. Really great stuff. As long as we don't go against any D-Reaper decks, which is like pretty much non-existent at this point, we're good. And even then, our big removal here is what matters for that deck. Being able to just throw their Reaper into their security and turn off all their plays. We're good. We're good no matter what. Love this deck. So Megidramon is the one that I have not been happy with. Now, he is really cool with the Meikumon. We only got the 2 Meikumon. You're like thinking, 2 Meikumon and 1 Megidramon. What? Like, what are the chances you're going to have that on field and a Megidramon? Remember, though, we also have the Flame Hell Scythe, and we can bring back that Maycrackmon anytime we want during the game with a Flame Hell Scythe. Super easy, no problem. So being able to cycle that, not a big deal. So going on to the Megidramon, basically we're decking our opponents. Both players trash the top 5 cards of their decks when digivolving. You play this and put your opponent to 0 and pass turn, you just win. Now, the problem I have with this, though, I like this more if I was playing Tactical Retreat. Tactical Retreat gives me more recovery. So if I was to say cut the Lone K, or however you say this, I have no idea. The Lone K, if you cut this down and put those back in, as well as I was playing the EX1 Leomon, which if you get hits in security, you can recover 1 if you're at 3 or less. So that felt really good. I can go Salamon and go into that, and then just pop it back in there. It's great, especially if I swing with Salamon. Salamon doesn't die in a security check. I can evo that Leomon and then play Tactical Retreat for 1, throw it in security. It gets hit, I recover again, I mean, that's insane value town right there. But that makes the Magidramon better because it makes it a grindier deck. When you're doing that much recovery, you're so much more grindy than your opponent can handle. And often games go to deck out. You go through one game and it's deck out. I've won more games through deck out with this than I have any other deck I've ever played, which is pretty nuts. Even back before the Susano BT7 era of let me just stack back all these hybrids and tamers and keep going. Like, it's even more grindy than that is, it feels like. But to do that, to get the Magidra play, definitely want to add in those tactical retreats back in there. Even if you don't want to play the Leomons, you at least need the tactical retreats, I think, for sure, just to make the deck a little bit more grindy. This has a lot more kill cards in it because, again, we've got Flame Hell Scythe, Chaos Degradation, Lone K, Ange Forts all maxed out. That is 16 kill cards in this deck. And we've got, how many recovery cards? 8, 9, 10, 14... 15 with Reinforce. I don't think I'm missing anything else. If you count the Flame Hell Scythe as well, that's 19. If we're recycling back those Magna Angemons, that's a lot of recovery. 19 recovery in this deck. 16 kill options. Absolute brutal. No one likes to play against this deck, but man, us that love this deck, we really love it, and I'm all about it. Definitely a big fan favorite for me. If you guys have any suggestions, though, on how to tweak the build even further, like I did like this this suggestion that several of you guys made, did give it a try, and I did really like it. If you're going to go for this kind of build, go with this. Maybe drop the Magidramon for something else. You know, if you want to go for another Make Crack or something like that, more Death X, whatever. If you want to bump up any of these cards, of course, not the Reinforce because, limiteds. But yeah, or if you just have an alternate suggestion for the Magidramon for this more kill card oriented deck, definitely let me know as well because I love it. I absolutely love this deck. I would love to max it out and take it to Nats. And I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking, Commandramon. And then I'm like, man, I like security control. But man, could you imagine 4 days of Nats playing security control going to time every single round? Ooh, that could be a bit of a problem. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.